What's been going on at the club? I know it's been a very busy time.
It's been fantastic. I've been working at the club on a volunteer basis full time for the last 3 weeks due to changes in my work situation, and I've absolutely loved it. And it's the first time I've really been able to understand what we get up to at this time of year. So I've been working with Debbie and with Luke and Jenny and everyone, yourself, everybody, and finding out, what some great staff we've got here. Some passionate staff. They work hard, and I've met so many sponsors and season ticket holders, and spoken to so many in that time. And it's been a really good insight actually into how fans and sponsors perceive the club and what they get out of the club, and what we aren't doing well and what we are doing well. And there's certainly some things that we haven't been doing well that I'm much more aware about now that we can address. And one of them is particularly is engagement, and engagement from the top to the bottom, really, for the manager, chairman, players especially. And I literally had a meeting this morning, John, with a really good sponsor, long-term sponsor, who's saying in the days with Steve Cottrell and stuff, everyone felt engaged with the football club. He made people feel engaged with the football club. And I think Gary has that same sort of background and ideology too. So that's something that I'm really keen to get back to this football club. And that came across, I think, in the fans focus groups that we've recently done. So I think player and Cheltenham Town engagement, frankly, needs to be better. And I think we generally have got a will now to make that happen. So I've enjoyed all that, and the season ticket sales have been, frankly, amazing. Because I really did think we had a board meeting, in a close season, looking at budgets of what we thought we might sell. And I generally thought we could be as low as 600, 550 on the back of 2 dreadful seasons, on the back of relegation, on the back of not reducing prices. And it's been quite the reverse of that. And I think there really is a feel-good factor back now, at all aspects of the club, just with the sponsors and the fans and the staff. And I think that stems from the appointment of Gary as manager, and Russell, and some decent signings. And I think people really do think we can give it a real good go this season, and I believe we can. So it's been great. So just thank you to all those season tickets, 860 at the last count. 2 more came in today. So I think we've still got a month or so to go before the start of the season, and there are people who aren't worried about the early bird. They will renew. So I'm confident we're going to smash 900. Someone's going to win £2,500. If we could get to 1,000, someone could win 5,000. So I think if Gary can bring in some a few more signings in the next few weeks, and the pre-season friendlies get off well, we have that buzz about the place, I think we'll get people signing up to that even more. So it'll be amazing. I mean, we're going to be one of the bigger clubs in the conference, don't get me wrong. Wrexham have sold 2,000 season tickets. Torquay have sold 100. Forest Green haven't started selling theirs yet, which probably suggests they don't need the money. So we're in a great place, and I think we're giving Gary the very best chance. And what we're doing now, we're standing on this pitch, which frankly was appalling last year, and it was very sad to see the state it got into. And the groundsman works hard. This is the same groundsman who's won pitch awards. This isn't that the groundsman. It's about. I think there's a lot of it was about pre-season last year. We started playing on it too soon. Some weather and stuff like that, and obviously Gloucester, but that's not Gloucester City's fault. Wimbledon shared, and their pitch was fantastic. So, but you look at the pitch now. Again, we spent money on it in the close season. It's looking brilliant. It's looking as good as I've seen it for a while time. The grass is much tighter, much denser, and the groundsman just been showing me, it's really well knitted in. And we've still got a long time now until the first time we're going to play on this. Last year we were playing friendlies in early July, I think. This time it's 21st, I think, of July. Yep. So it's going to have that much more time. So when we start the season, it will be fantastic. I told Gary it would be, and it has to be, because he wants to have a good surface, be playing good football, and he wants to have good training facilities. And I've just been talking to the groundsman about a bit more investment down at the training ground to improve the quality of the pitches down there. Because make no mistake about it, we have got some of the best facilities in Football League 2. And we're certainly going to have some of the best facilities in the league that we're in now, in terms of the pitch and the training ground. So all that is great. Talking to sponsors has been brilliant. Let's just looking at the stands. We've got a new sponsor coming on board for the main stand, a brand new name for Cheltenham, which is brilliant news. The other 3 stands, we are speaking to all those people. I'm hoping to, well, we've actually done deals, but we can't actually announce them yet. But so that's all looking good. Obviously Myra still on board as our main sponsor, Marchant's back of shirt sponsor. We need a sponsor for our shorts. And that's a really good opportunity for a local company to get some good branding on the first team kit. And we still look for a stadium sponsor. You know, when it was called the Abbey Business Stadium, they got tremendous local profile out of that, both in the media, local press and stuff like that. So it would be great if we could crack stadium sponsor. But people have been renewing their boards, and the fact that we're relegated, it's not a real consequence for people. It's the fact that we are still Cheltenham Town, we are still the leading football club in Gloucestershire without question in terms of our support and pedigree and where we've been and what we've done. So people are keen to renew, and they have been. John Finnegan, as you know, is working for the club now. Absolutely loving it, and because a lot of our sponsors here will remember John lifting trophies and captaining the team and playing some really good football on this pitch. So he's been brilliant at building those relationships and coming out and meeting sponsors, as we have been this morning. And Julianne's come on board looking at generating new sales. She's finding it tough, and it is tough to cold selling, cold calling is tough, and not everyone wants to be spending money on football, so that will be tough. But what I would say is, if people are listening to this video, know somebody who might want to do something for the football club, whether it's a programme advert, please get in touch with the club, and we'd love to have your business. And the other important thing we're doing, two important things we're doing is the Cricket Festival. We've got a marquee at the Cricket Festival on the 8th of July, which is a match against Northamptonshire. It seems to me people don't come to these events to watch very much cricket, actually, but the cricket is on if you want to watch it. But we've got the marquee for the day, with coffee in the morning, nice lunch with Nigel, our caterer here, doing the catering for that. Afternoon tea. It's going to be a really good day. We're going to have Gary along, Russell along, perhaps one or two players to chat and mingle with sponsors. We've got up to 80 people, but actually I think we're going to sell that. So we're looking now to get a bigger marquee. But so there's still loads of chance if people want to come along to that. 60 quid, including VAT, and that's your car parking, your cricket for the day, your food and engagement and pay bar. So it's a good opportunity to come along, enjoy some cricket. Festival's always good fun, and to mix with directors and players and the manager. So that's great. And then we've got the open day, which Clive Gowing and the Trust are looking after. I think that's the 2nd of August, John. We'll obviously be announcing more about that, but last season's open day was absolutely brilliant, and hopefully if we get the sun this time, this will be even better. We're going to have a sponsors evening on the 21st of July, which is great. It's a busy time of the year. The manager's on holiday and the players are enjoying their holiday, but for a lot of other people at the football club, this is a really, really key time to be promoting and marketing and selling the club. So I'm delighted. Two other things. There's so much going on, John. There's the association we now have with the Robins Trust, which is absolutely brilliant, and that has surpassed all our expectations as to how well that has gone. Clive has been superb as a director. He's I can't think of any fan who could have done a better job than he's done. He's really grabbed the bull by the horns and got engaged, run the fans focus groups, and he's looking at the kit sponsorships and loads of stuff. And the open day, that I think because of this appointment, the Trust are going to be far more engaged with the football club, taking on and running activities. Hopefully we can do some more fans forums and stuff like that with them. 500 Club, Steve Smith, absolutely brilliant. I think you're going to do some footage in the bar. We actually, through their good offices, that main bar has been totally revamped and refurbished. You've got volunteers in there taking off the wallpaper. We're going to have all the walls will be new plastered. It's going to be a really lovely looking bar when it's all finished. And we're going to have an open day. But Steve Smith and the 500 Club deserve huge credit for that, and hopefully that will help to generate additional sales, which is all important. It's really important that we get more people using our facilities, buying our beer, buying some food before and after the matches, and hopefully people might want to get here earlier next season and stay after the game for a beer next season. And perhaps we need to look at some ways where we can make that happen, not just by having football on the screens, but perhaps getting some former players coming in and saying a few words to build up that as well. So yeah, so much going on. I've probably forgotten some things. But it is really, really exciting. We're looking at what we can do to improve the shop, because I think we're conscious that the shop is tired, and that we don't get enough turnover of products and lines, and that's not Debbie's fault. It's because we just don't put the money into the stock. So I think we're going to have a more vibrant shop next year. We're looking at some ideas for that. So as you can see, there's an awful lot going on.
Yeah.